In Wikileaks just exposed Robert Mueller's true identity, and it's worse than we imagined. The left's recent decision to turn on Wikileaks founder Julian Assange reveals that they are puppets blindly following the mainstream media without any underlying values or principles. Julian Assange has generated the of the Washington establishment since he first became politically active in 2006. According to the Daily Mail, former FBI Director and current Special Counsel Robert Mueller has been attempting to frame Julian Assange since at least 2011. Now he's attempting to frame President Trump in an effort to maintain establishment control in Washington, D.C. In 2011, Icelandic Member of Parliament and then Minister Ögmundur Jónasson demanded that 9 FBI agents under the direction of Robert Mueller leave Iceland. This was after Jónasson uncovered their intentions to frame Julian Assange of Wikileaks. Robert Mueller was attempting to retaliate against Julian Assange after Wikileaks published almost 100,000 documents relating to the Afghan and Iraq wars. The documents reveal that American forces turned a blind eye to Iraqi torture, and that American intelligence agencies have targeted Wikileaks as a threat to American interests. The FBI reached out to Jónasson, promising to help the small country defend against what they described as an imminent attack, quote, on Iceland's government databases. Jónasson said he was immediately suspicious of the FBI's involvement, but did not understand their true intentions until a plane load of agents came to meet him. Jónasson explains that the FBI agents were seeking his cooperation in what I understood as an operation set up to frame Julian Assange and Wikileaks. He promptly asked the agents to leave the country, since they had not been authorized by the Icelandic authorities to carry out police work in Iceland, and since a crackdown on Wikileaks was not on my agenda, I ordered that all cooperation with them be promptly terminated. Iceland's rejection of the FBI's assistance made headlines after the agents were originally rebuffed in 2011. However, Jónasson only admitted to the FBI's true motivations in an interview with Katowice last December. This is not the only major lie former FBI Director Robert Mueller has been caught in. Last month, a rogue reporter for the Young Turks countered the online news network's conventional narrative and connected the dots between Robert Mueller and the Washington establishment. Particularly, reported Michael Tracy reveals how Mueller lied in order to convince the nation to launch the Iraq War. In 2003, Robert Mueller offered FBI support for then-President Bush's planned invasion of Iraq. Mueller lied and claimed that Saddam Hussein was stockpiling weapons of mass destruction with the intent of handing them over to terrorist organizations. Essentially, Mueller betrayed the trust we place in the FBI to justify a prolonged and expensive invasion on fictitious grounds. Mueller reliably sides with the deep state against the will of the American people. He has proven his ability and eagerness to frame a political opponent, as well as his willingness to lie to the American public on behalf of the FBI. We must expect Mueller to continue his deceptive ways as he investigates President Trump's supposed ties to the Russian government. Wow. This guy, Mueller is crooked to the core. I know that. Crooked to the core. And you know he's a Clinton.